Hi, and welcome to LinkedIn for Entrepreneurs. I'm your host, Julia Zata, a LinkedIn strategist and ghostwriter, and lover of all things practical when it comes to visibility strategies. This podcast is for service-based business owners who want to build their brand on LinkedIn, attract new clients, collaborators, and speaking engagements without overthinking every post or sounding like a corporate robot. And yes, we're going to keep it actionable and fun. Let's dive in. Maybe you already have a LinkedIn profile, but it's not getting the traction you'd like. Or you're just thinking about getting on LinkedIn to promote your business, but you're not quite sure where to start. Today, I'm going to walk you through the 4 steps I use with all my clients so you know exactly what to focus on, what to skip, and how to actually move the needle forward without wasting a ton of time. So the problem I see all the time is that business owners are showing up on LinkedIn without a real strategy. They just post when they feel inspired or when they have something to share, but they don't actually know what works on the platform and they're too busy running a business to figure it out. Meanwhile, LinkedIn has changed. It's not a place to hang your CV anymore. It's actually a social media platform with its own rules. So in this episode, I'm going to break down the 4 steps every business owner should focus on if you want to grow your brand and attract clients on LinkedIn. And these steps are sequential, meaning you should follow them in order. Today, my goal is to give you an overview so that you have a big picture idea of what you should be focusing on. And in the following episodes, we're going to cover each one in detail. All right, let's start. So here we go. The 4 steps I walk all my clients through are the following. Number 1, start with your profile. Your profile on LinkedIn is not just your CV. You're not looking for a job. You're a business owner. So your profile should act like a landing page. It should attract your ideal client because it contains keywords that they're looking for already. And also it attracts them because once they land on your profile, they know exactly who you are, what you do, what you offer. So they know immediately if they want to follow you or not. And so think about, is your headline clear? Does it specify who you help and how you help them? Is your photo up to date? Is your profile photo up to date? Does it actually look like you? Is your branding on point? Your banner, your featured section, and the art that you use in your posts? And is your about section current? Is it written in the first person? These are things you want to check out to make sure that your profile is optimized for LinkedIn. All right, moving on to step number 2, post weekly. So the data tells us that the majority of active LinkedIn users aren't actually posting content every week. They'll share an update every once in a while or just repost other people's content or comment. So by posting content every week, you stand out. People start to notice you. You're also signaling to the platform and your network that you're actively on LinkedIn, that you are there, that it's not a waste of time for them to try and get a hold of you through LinkedIn. So here's what I recommend. 1 to 2 posts per week. That's it. This is not Instagram. It's not TikTok. We're not trying to hack the algorithm with multiple posts per day or posting every day of the week. No, you just need to signal to the algorithm and your audience that you're active on LinkedIn and that you have something to share. The most popular formats right now on LinkedIn are posting a photo of yourself with a storytelling caption or with a value add caption. And we will go into that more in detail in upcoming episodes, but start thinking about what content would be valuable to your audience, to the people you're trying to reach. Step number 3, use LinkedIn's search bar like a boss. Okay, LinkedIn has an amazing feature, which is that it really allows you to search people that you want to connect with in terms of content, in terms of their own profile, their industry, their connections, their location. So start looking for people you want to connect with. For example, if you want to connect with bookkeepers, like one of my clients does, we would look for QuickBooks or posts related to tax season, things that bookkeepers would write about. So we would search the content that bookkeepers would share, and that will take us to somebody's active profile, somebody who's actually sharing content and active on the platform. And then from there, we look at their profile. We see if they're in the location that we want to target. We see if they're employed or if they're self-employed, because that makes a difference as far as the target audience we're thinking of targeting. And if we have any connections in common that could act as a bridge or as an introduction point. So instead of just scrolling your feed and seeing who pops up, go to the search bar and start looking for people that you want to connect with. Comment on their posts and then send them a connection request. Again, we'll break this down further, but for now, this is your homework. Start connecting. And step number 4, don't just post, start conversations. And this isn't just about commenting on people's posts, although you should. It's about sliding into the DMs, introducing yourself, and asking them questions to get to know them. Not trying to pitch them right off the bat, because nobody likes that, but just to get to know your network and inviting people on a connection call if that's something you have time for. It's always better and more useful if you can connect face-to-face on a Zoom call than just quickly chatting in the DMs. And again, in one of the future episodes, I will share exactly what my framework is for guiding these conversations so they're not awkward. All right? But think about once you connect with people, once you have chatted in the DMs, can you invite them off platform onto a Zoom call so that you guys can get to know one another and support each other in your businesses? I have a client that's excellent at doing this. She is very passionate about what she does, and when she books synergy calls with potential collaborators, she converts people on her calls, and it's not her intention. She's just talking about her business, but because her service is valuable and she talks about it with such passion, people are sold right off the bat. So always think about how you're presenting what you offer and how you're positioning it from a perspective that people on a call would find interesting. And then show interest in the people you're talking to. Like, what are they doing? Who are they targeting? In what ways could you support them to help them reach their business goals? So I'll leave you with some food for thought on that one. And don't worry, because we will come back to this topic in further detail. But for now, I'd love to hear which one of these steps are you going to work on next? Is it updating your profile? Is it rethinking your content strategy? Is it looking for people to connect with on LinkedIn, or getting into the DMs and getting to know the people you're already connected to? Send me a message on LinkedIn or on Instagram and let me know. I'd love to hear from you. And if you want extra help in applying any of these steps in your own business, I'm offering a free strategy call in which I will help you map out these 4 steps based on your goals and your business and your real actual profile. So if this is something that resonates with you, you can find a link in the show notes to book a call with me. And I will be back in your ears next week going into more detail about how to optimize your profile so it feels like a landing page and not a dusty old resume. All right. Thanks for tuning in to LinkedIn for Entrepreneurs. If you found this episode helpful, please share it on LinkedIn or on your favorite social media platform. And if you really want to make my day, leave me a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. It helps more business owners find this show. Thanks again for listening, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.